hosting the West Coast Eagles. First tap comes down in there. The Swans player hand passes out. McLaughlin gets a quick kick on the boot. There's a foot race on. It's going to tumble towards the boundary line, which might win the race in the end, and that does so.
Lucky break for the West Coast Eagles. Still no score. We played some 2.5 minutes on Saturday football as that ball is dropped short when it finds the hands of Bazzo. Bazzo has someone going past, and now the Eagles will take play up towards the near side. Intended for Johnson, couldn't complete. Swans players get hands to it, but it comes back to Johnson on the ground. Goes short, and he finds Barnett. And has players going past. Malachi Champion through traffic. Decides to go inboard towards the centre square. That's a brilliant kick, and it finds Davis. He'll take it and go. Long kick forward. Livingston the target. Goes over his head. Taylor running onto it. Gets caught from behind. He has a second bite of the cherry. Players spilling over the football. Putting their heads around over it. Hewitt hurries the kick, and it falls into the hands of Stevens. He can play on with a bounce across half-back. In fine form in the weeks prior in the lower grades. Now he's back in the main side. He kicks to a contest. Going up and taking a fine mark for the Eagles. On the last line of defence there is that man again in Bazzo, and he'll switch it up, and the mark's taken by Sparks, and the Eagles are away.
Rhett Bazzo, of course, part of that 2021 Swans Colts Premiership side. Hall, Turner. This will favour his left side, but kicks in the path. And here's McCarthy, the pick one in the mid-season draft. His first touch, and as he said in his press conference, he's not going to be afraid to take the game on, Tom McCarthy, and there's a player on. A couple of players link up for the Eagles. They take the mark inside 50.
The kick from a tight angle. Where is he going to go to? He'll set it up to the hot spot. Swans around the ball. Watson's one of them, but what a big leap. Livingston. Now he'll have a chance for the first goal of the match from 20 metres out. And what's he done with this one? The goal umpire had to shuffle, but he has put it through. First goal on the board for the Eagles. Livingston got the palm down. Ball spills to ground, and now it comes back to Livingston, who throws it onto his boot. Plenty of distance with the kick, and in front. A terrific mark taken inside 50. Datson with 17 touches last week in the loss to West Perth. Can he kick his first from 45 metres out? That is a good-looking kick. Never looked like missing. Datson gets the Eagles second.
It's up to 5 disposals, Colin Livingston. Impressive numbers for a ruck. How about that tap down as well? The handball came out and hoped more than anything and expect Swans to professionally rush this through, which they do.
Maybe seems less than what they would have earned so far. The kick is short. It was into dangerous territory. It was taken by the hands of Cotalesa, but the Eagles will get it back. Gross doing well to storm through and go over the top to Davis. Gathers brilliantly. Piercing ball inside 50. And it's marked on centre half forward brilliantly.
A player like Locke Rawlinson, who has had a bit of a dry patch in terms of goals this season for a small forward.
He certainly has, as Rawlinson kicks long. Oh, it's there!
Swan Districts, the momentum has certainly been in their favour in the second quarter. Crucial stoppage coming up now as we get underway once more. Edwards Baldwin kept his footing, ducked the head, did really well. How about that? Barnett, Gross, fends off with ease. Tom Gross, he's been a shining light this year for the Eagles, and the instant reply. McCarthy 1-2, spent it before he had it, lost his footing as well, had to go back to his teammate. The handball was really smart. Johnston, could he fire from here? On the non-preferred, if you don't mind. He too had time to probably work it back on his right boot, but the Eagles score through a minor behind there. Barnett rips it out of the ruck. Have to be really careful here, the Eagles. Edwards Baldwin from the impossible angle does the team thing to set it up. The fist came from behind. Watson, Davis, over the top. Hall, did he get the purchase on it? Does it roll through? It does. Wasn't the best kick, but nonetheless the 6 points counts, and the Eagles are back in this one.
Bazzo sells a little bit of candy on Harvey and does well. Kick to Johnston. Decides to hold it up and laces out his teammate brilliantly on the lead, Barnett, to get the margin back down to 7. From just inside the 50. Starts right, and it's come back! A very important goal for the Eagles. Barnett gets the margin down to 7.
Wouldn't have even blamed him if he had a shot at goal, to be honest, given the current climate of the game, but chopping it off there at the Swans player. They'll try and go across goal. Not the best kick though. Champion, right place, right time, instantly points to the goal. And let's face it, this has to go through if the Eagles...
Here's Chipper. Set Gets it up long to the hotspot. Oh, Barnett! Is that the mark of the year? As Barnett goes long to champion and the Eagles clear from halfback.
I dare say, if that doesn't feature in the top 2 or 3, then something is probably wrong, because that was one of the best marks we've seen to date in this WAFL season. Here comes Hall. Can he add his name to the score sheet? Looks a pretty good ball off the boot. Umpire doesn't move. Straight over his hat, and a late consolation prize for Clay Hall.